Hey everyone, we got a little bit of a clog here on this culvert today. This culvert, they clog it every year with the grader. It's our third year doing it. Happens every fall. What about the exiting side? They usually block that too. Yep, look at that. There's a dam in both sides of it. Check that out. Got a pretty big wall of debris right there in that culvert. Let's clear it. All right, we're gonna start off with the downhill side. A lot of water held up in that. It's a good amount of sediment inside the pipe also. Yep, a great amount of that in there. All right, everyone, here we are with camera number 2. We're gonna go across the street now and unclog the other side, and you'll be able to see it start gushing over there in just a moment. Here we are. This good amount of current will probably get some of the sediment out too. The sediment is built up because of the exiting dam. All right, we got that going pretty good. Going very good. Just give it a minute, the water's gonna clear up. I see some swamp gases bubbling back there. We're about to clear up. Pond's not that big, it only goes maybe 30 feet through the drainage ditch. All right, we're already starting to clear up. I hear it blasting on the other side. We gotta run down the hill and see. Good amount of flow. It's a good thing it didn't knock out camera number 2 here. That's pretty stable, we'll leave that there at the moment. Let's go walk in the woods and see where it's going. Even when I removed just the end blockage, I could really hear it tumbling down this hill. You see all the tire tracks from the last time they logged all this. Based on there being some bigger trees, it was just a thinning job. The water's pretty deep in some of these pools. And it just keeps on going downhill. Got a good blast of water coming through the little riverbed. Pretty muddy. Looks to be heading into a swamp. All right, let's head back up to the road. You see across the road, they completely clear cut that a few years back. Everything's starting to grow in a little bit. The only way to solve this problem is keep up maintenance, unclog it every time it's graded, or add extensions onto the end of the culvert. See, running nice and clean now. Look at that, just stepping down here, I put more in there. It falls into the drainage ditch so easily. All right, everyone. I hope today's video was interesting. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. So good going through here. The smell of pine everywhere. I wonder who got stuck out here. I just turned onto this road and the sign said, "Get Stuck Road." That's the end of the line. Take a look at all those logs that they leave around here because they probably have bugs in them. And it's most definitely what made all those hollow holes, bugs. But then there's also a ton of it that doesn't have holes in it. I understand that it's a bit rotten, but they should use it as some firewood. Great amount of it out here. Back there at that dead end where I turned around, I think that would make an awesome campsite at some point in the wintertime. There's literal massive piles. If I collected it all, I could probably have a pile half as big as this vehicle of birch bark, which is awesome for starting fires. And it's finally wet enough that we can start having camping again. The risk of fires is pretty low lately. Today, oh, look at this culvert. That thing's real messed up. Anyways, today I have passed this one car probably 10 times out here. I wonder if the guy thinks I'm following him or not. It's just a coincidence. We're both exploring out here and we keep running into each other so many times. It's getting a little weird. It's getting tight out here. Someone's gonna have to back up pretty far if we get into the wrong situation. Oh, I've been on this road before. See where that truck is? There used to be a bridge there, but they have both sides of it sealed off with those rocks. The bridge must have rotted out, and because they're not using the road, they're not gonna replace it. That's basically a campsite on the other side. Big fire pit, big lake. Here's that culvert I drove over. They have it marked, it's going to be replaced, and I also saw a bunch of pink ribbons marking a bunch of areas down there. I believe they're going to open this up again some point soon to be logging more. It's a dead-end road at the moment. See, this culvert's a piece of junk, but at least it is still working a little bit. I just want to show everyone a couple areas of forest. This area was logged about 2 months back. There's a few plants starting to grow in where their machinery was. These ferns should cover the entire new forest floor soon, and that will quickly be taken over by, you can see a few of them. This will become a gigantic raspberry field until the trees start growing back. Very beneficial for things like bears, deer. Gonna create a lot of food like berries. But in situations like this, when it's thinned, it really shocks the trees. Suddenly leaves that were grown in the shade have sun. Those leaves are different. They're not designed for that. So a lot of times, trees left standing like this will die. They're just too thin. There's not enough moisture anymore now that the sun's able to be beating down. So in some situations, just clear cutting the whole thing seems to be more beneficial. But at least the logging companies always replant. I'm going to show you a great example right down the road. A lot of times thinning, they will leave some mature trees. None of these are, well, the maple trees are definitely producing seeds already, not this pine tree. A lot of times thinning, it's just a way to get out of reseeding it because they reseed themselves naturally. But there's a beautiful area about a half a mile down the street. It's just gorgeous that they planted, probably by the looks of it, 20 years ago. We will count the growth and figure out. Yeah, just look across the road. You can tell this was planted, and that's pretty healthy. Clear cutting and thinning are both good options. The key thing is, as long as we get a good amount of rain. This year, being out here, I have seen so many areas where they did thinning and areas that have been logged in the past 10 years. The smaller trees just can't retain enough moisture, and I've seen some massive die-outs. What is this thing right here? Oh, is that a fuel tank for the machinery? That's what it looks like to me. Oh, at first I thought that was like a, yeah, I see, you can see they've been picking it up gently with a machine, I think, grabbing it. That's why it's crushed. When I first drove by, I thought it was like a washing machine or something with a bunch of maybe birdshot, which won't go through it. It'll just leave dents like that. That's what I thought it was when I drove by. This area right here, I can tell was definitely replanted. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. This area looks very healthy, which is hard to come by this year with 3 months without rain. But this area did well. That's probably why it's all marshy and mushy. That's probably what kept this area alive. Look at this. Got a good amount of growth right here. See, these trees all look pretty nice, and that goes on for probably a good 100 acres. So sometimes when these trees get bigger, it's harder to tell exactly how old they are, but you see how the branches all come out. You just got to count pretty much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I'd say that tree's between 17 and 20, around there. I'm driving around out here and I'm getting a lot of sun on my hands and my arms. So lately I've been carrying spray-on sunscreen. So when I start to feel myself burning, I put it on. That stuff really hurt because today I unclogged the culvert with a very sharp type of aquatic grass. My arms got cut up pretty badly from it. A bunch of little like paper cuts. Same thing that would happen to you if you walked through a cornfield or through some sharp dune grass at the beach.